Hello. One cappuccino, please.
Peppermint dirty chai 1%.
Welcome to Cafe Mocha.
Wait, what?
Just kidding. But did you know that when Brendan Eich first developed this scripting language, it was known as Mocha? Yum! Okay, now that you're craving some coffee, because I know I am, pour yourself another cup while we recap. So far, you've learned the basics of brewing a perfect cup of Java. JavaScript, that is. Your JavaScript recipe starts with a base of variables and objects, then you add in a dash of loops and a pinch of arrays, and finally you top it all off with a splash of functions. Bon appetit! But how do you turn a concept or idea into actual JavaScript code? Well, the JavaScript workflow. Now, I know what you're thinking. JavaScript workflow, what is that? I'm so glad you asked. The JavaScript workflow is a step-by-step process that will guide you from an initial idea or concept to writing your finished JavaScript code. It's a way to easily turn your idea into a reality. Let's check it out. The JavaScript workflow breaks complex tasks down into smaller step-by-step parts so you don't feel overwhelmed. Nothing's worse than wasting time spinning your wheels trying to figure out where to begin. This workflow will help you solve real-world on-the-job scenarios quickly by ensuring your code is right the first time. The JavaScript workflow looks like this. Step 1. With your end goal in mind, list all the steps the computer must take to achieve it. Step 2. Identify any necessary information that the computer needs to know in order to accomplish the task. Step 3. Identify any objects, variables, loops, functions, and if statements or conditionals that might be needed in each step. Step 4. Use computational thinking skills to brainstorm the instructions the computer will need in a way that the computer will understand in order to reach the goal. Step 5. Write your JavaScript code. Taking the time to go through this workflow before you ever write a single line of code will help ensure that you write the accurate code the first time and that the computer provides the right responses when running your code. This proactive workflow organizes and identifies what needs to be done, the steps to do it, what to include in the code to make it happen, and how to ensure the computer understands what you're trying to do. Let's explore a real-world example. Say you have a client that wants their website to display the current date at the bottom of each page. How will you make that happen? What do you need to do? First, think about all the information that the computer needs to know to accomplish this task. Create a flowchart or write out the steps. For example, you might need to get the date, find the bottom of the web page, and then add the date to the bottom of the page. Next, review this list of steps and identify any loops, variables, functions, and if statements or conditionals that you might need. Finally, brainstorm your instructions for the computer before writing your code. By using the JavaScript workflow, you can ensure that by the time you write a single line of JavaScript, you've already worked out exactly what needs to go into your code. There's no more racking your brain trying to figure out what comes next, and less time debugging or changing your code because you forgot something. You might say that the JavaScript workflow is the key ingredient in your JavaScript recipe. Okay, enough coffee puns. Let's head over to the next step to see how it works.